this is how we are after finishing book 7. All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name's Tamara, if you don't already know me. And we are here today to talk about ZODIAC Academy Book 7. Now, for those of you that have been following this little chain of vlogs, I was waiting on Book 7, Book 8 and 8.5 to come via Amazon. And in the interim, we are doing these reactions of all the books leading up to Book 7, because that's where I was in the journey. I received these books about 3 days ago, and I just finished Book 7 last night. And, like, my state is, like, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. And last night, I cried. I was very angry. And I had to film this because the wounds are so fresh that, like, I could even see myself tearing out of just venting right now of frustration, because that's how much this book series has consumed my world. Yeah. So like I said, these are spoiler talk videos, and so if you have not gone through the pleasures of reading Book 7, please tap out now, because you will be spoiled. And I don't know if you want that or you do. I don't know. But we're here to talk about it. Oh my God. So I rated this book a 2 out of 5. It is the lowest of the ratings I have given the ZODIAC Academy. Not because I didn't love, like, love's now a strong word. Of course, I liked the book. I like the characters. These people are everything now to me. Their happiness is all that matters. And this is why I got a 2 out of 5, because this book did not need to exist. Let me just show you the book. She's a thick girl. She's pretty thick. This did not need to exist. It did not advance the story at all. What it did is it gave you so much happiness for 70%, so a lot of fluff for 70%, and then it ripped it from underneath of you with the last 30. It's a mind game. It's a complete mind game. And I am so mad about it, which is why I had to give it a 2 out of 5, because I love and lived for the happiness of every scene in this book. And like I said, that's 70%. So there was a lot of it in this book. But the ending makes me want to cease to exist, because it ripped and ripped and ripped until I have nothing left. And that's my current state right now. For context here is that I did take a break after reading book 5 and 6. 5, I took a break because I was emotionally distraught after book 5. Took a break, read the novellas, jumped into book 6. So much pain. Like, I was still upset. Like, it was like the wound never healed. I took a decent enough break waiting for book 7, and I was so excited to read it, only for it to rip my heart out. Because book 7, the 70%, let me just highlight the happiness of this book, okay? It's actually sick. Meaning, like, cruel to put you through this in book 7. It is. It really is. So in book 7, the first 70%, every couple has happiness. And I mean everyone. It's great. So we have Gerry and Tori. They fully, like, are the relationship we've been dying to see. Like, in terms of them not caring what people think, them fully embracing their love. Like, they are the happiest they could possibly be given the war dynamic situation. And you forget that we're even in this situation because of how much the world has stopped spinning, and it is them and only them. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to read. But again, the reason being is because Gerry's told absolutely nobody about what happened at the end of book 6. And that plays into the 30% at the end when they figure it out. So you go through an entire 70% of you knowing as a reader and are sad, but like are so happy for him that he's getting these moments, not just with Tori, but with the heirs and stuff, and with Lance and all this bonding. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I was watery-eyed for most of Darius's scenes because I just knew, like, I could actually cry right now. That's how fresh this is. So sad. Anyways. Woo! moving on before I die again. What's her face? Lance and Darcy, they got their divine moment in this book. They were already all over each other, but like he was shamed, and when they had their divine moment and they chose to be mates, unlike Tori and Darius, they chose to be mates. Everything clicked into place for them. They had this big celebration. Everyone's happy for them, okay? Caleb and Seth, their relationship had so many moving pieces, but they are like on the cusp of fully being together. So it was great to see. It was great to see. Xavier kind of came into his own with like, you know, him being now the dom in his like pack or herd, however you want to call it. And like he had a moment with Sophia and Tyler, and it was just, Xavier was as happy as he could possibly be with like coming to his strengths and his character. Okay. Yes, and so Seth and Gerry, so Gerry is supposed to be getting married, but like she fully got the green light from her dad, from the Vegas, to essentially let her marry who she wants, which is Seth. So again, happiness, okay? Darius's mom and Gerry's and Gerry's dad get married in this too. Like they just choose happiness. They annulled her marriage to Lionel. Happiness, okay? Happiness. Beautiful. The only POV that we got in here that made your eye twitch is obviously Lionel. You get his POV throughout this book for the first time. But again, everything we heard of Lionel in the first 70% POV-wise is him struggling to regain his power and gain his status. With the Shadow Princess, with his following and his people, everyone is doubting him and he's losing his hold. So our side is winning. And that's what they're showing you with Lionel's POV. So again, happiness. You're happy that things are working out. Everything's lining up, right? And that's where this is going. So everything's lining up. It's beautiful. It's great. There's some underlying mystery around the curse that the Shadow Princess put on Darcy, and there's some mysterious deaths happening as well, just to give you something to do in this book series. Because like I said, it's a lot of fluff in the first 70%, but I'm here for it because I love these characters and want to see them happy so bad, like so bad. Like it's been a problem. It's been a problem. Okay, and now the 30%. This is a big spoiler. Okay, big spoiler. Let me tell you how this book ended with all of our plot points that were so happy, okay? It started with Darius finally fessing up about him having limited time to live, okay? Limited time. That set the tone for the rest of this book because everyone's upset. Everyone's dealing with their emotions. Darius's mom, the heirs, Darcy and Darius have a moment, Lance, Tori's obviously devastated but doesn't want to waste this time. That's the limited time she has. So like it's already sad, like more sad, okay? And now we go into Gabriel. So the group got separated in this book. The heirs and Darius left to Darius's family home because Gabriel had some instinct that the heirs' families were in danger, meaning Seth, Caleb, and Max. So they go to save their families. Meanwhile, Lionel and the Shadow Princess found the rebel location and brought the army right to the door while Darius and the heirs are over somewhere else, okay? Darius's brother, Xavier, ends up getting torn apart by Lionel, and his Pegasus like wing was cut off, like his arm, like he was dying. So then Darius gets a call from Gabriel, comes back to save his family while the heirs are trying to save their own family. And at the end of this book, the heirs get caught. That's all we know. They get caught, completely fell for this trap, and we don't know their status and what's happening to them, okay? So that's already downfall number one, is our heirs are stuck now. Darius comes back, fights against his dad, and dies. Dies earlier than we expect based off of, you know, his fate earlier. And it's at the hands of Lionel, and it's like the worst possible thing, okay? So that happened. Darcy realized that the curse the Shadow Princess put on her is that she has been the beast killing everybody throughout this book. And she doesn't remember. She can't control it. It's in the control of the Shadow Princess. So during this realization, she literally kills Gerry. And I started to cry right away, thinking that Gerry could die. I can't even believe that I'm thinking that because I hated this girl at the beginning and I love her. But I was just like, I can't believe she's going to die at the hands of Darcy. Like someone she like worships, right? So it was so sad. But apparently Gerry somewhat is alive. Don't know how she's alive. But when Darcy realizes this, she runs away. She runs away to protect everyone from her. So we don't know her status now. Now she's gone. Lance made a deal with the Shadow Princess to break this curse thingy on Darcy by committing himself to her, beck and call, to do whatever she wants to him physically, anything. Torture, it doesn't matter, for 3 moons. We don't know what 3 moons is. So I don't know how long that is. And at the end, she made a deal that she would free Lance and take the curse off of Darcy. Okay? So Lance is now taken to the Shadow Princess. Darcy's fucked right off to hide somewhere, okay? And then, as if matters couldn't be worse, Lionel takes Gabriel as his new seer. So now Gabriel's gone. And I'm missing something. I missed something big. And then Gerry's dad and Darius's mom died. Like, they just commit suicide in front of Lionel because they couldn't go. Like, it's like they tried to fight him off, but they didn't really. They literally just killed themselves. And so now what's left of the retreat of the rebellion is in Tori's hands. Darcy's gone. Lance is with the Shadow Princess. Lionel took Gabriel. Darius is dead. The heirs are to be determined on their status. Gerry's on her deathbed. Xavier is missing a wing. And all she has is, I think, like Sophie and Tyler. That's great. That's awesome. Awesome. And she's mourning Darius. And she doesn't know where anyone else is because she was fighting. So tell me how happy I am. Tell me. Can't tell. I'm so fed up. I'm so fed up. But I have to read on. Like, I finished book 7. I slept on it. And you bet your bottom that I'm reading book 8 and book 8.5 today. Starting it today. Because I need to know what happens to the heirs. It's actually killing me because I love them so much. And I need to know they're okay. Like, I really do. And they ended it with such a wild card that I was just like fed up. It also is one to say here, though, is that this book series has done such a good job of making me obsessed because I actually took my time reading book 7. It's the longest I've read book 7. Like, I normally read these books in like a day because I'm so obsessed. But not only because book 7 was I don't know, like, it didn't have a lot going on besides the ending, that it was a slower book, but because I knew that the end is coming in terms of this book series and we're almost done reading all of them and I was going to miss it, I took my time with it. And because it had so much fluff, it was easy enough to do. But yeah, of course I'm finishing this book series. I need to know everyone is happy, but I'm going to be miserable about it because I can't keep going through these roller coasters. Clearly it's taking a toll and I'm becoming a bitter person. But yeah, there's my review. 2 out of 5. See how great book 8 is. See if my status is better. Bye for now, everyone.